Months ago, I managed to get a Xbox Series X before Starfield. The plan was to use it to play Starfield. Well, after the reviews and no sign of improvement with Starfield, and mainly playing on and mainly playing on PlayStation and PC, I'm thinking, could I trade it in when they announce a PS5 Pro and just trade it in for cash? The Pro won't be worth it. Barely stronger, apparently. Just sell or give it to a friend. Yeah, would you really buy a PS5 Pro, bro? Bro, just wait for the 6. Yeah, I'm with Saints Flow on that one. Alright, I completely forgot how to play this game.
Uh-huh. Thought I might find you here. Even dead, you're a thorn in my side. You've been gone a long time, Kagan. I've been taking
PS6? What, 2032? Yeah, wait patiently.
Time all across the world.
You're a grown man. Just wait. You can wait.
I'm nearly done. What do you think of me now?
Then you have to wait even longer for actual games to be on the console. It's great, isn't it? This is what gaming is now.
We thought we were strong enough to take him, but we couldn't even hold him.
Kagan. Where is he now?
40 seconds, but I want it now.
I'm going to destroy you.
It's weird how the volume changes.
Fine, aren't you? But you smell tainted. Which one was your mother?
No wait for the virtual reality game that won't kill me like Nevergear.
Terrible.
I like her weapons. Me too. Very
but
iconic.
I trust she died painfully, like the rest of her family.
You Nazi asshole! You're gonna—
Nazi, hardly.
I'm not talking about the ballistic.
My own. That idiot Hitler is simply teaching me to lead one. Not that he knows that. Yes. The Vesper Shard. Exactly what I was looking for. Now, you're going to destroy me. I'll provide an audience.
Sir Tremaine?
Oh, so you two
YouTuber I follow her suggested that given how long it takes for games to be made, that it could take 10 years before Fallout 5 comes out.
It as your own, did you?
I mean, when did Fallout 4 come out? And what was it on initially?
Oh, the trouble I took to create it. And all the other mongrels just like it. Rain.
2015?
Run!
Put him down, you
Well,
lying
that's okay.
rat-sucking son of a bitch!
Liar. Definitely.
10 years for a sequel? That's not that bad.
Didn't you tell it what
Or I guess 20 years for a sequel?
This,
Okay, I get it.
Professor.
But it doesn't Fallout have all these spin-offs in between? It's like Kingdom Hearts.
Pets. Yes, Professor. Destroy all
PS4? Yeah, just...
vampires. I think
No.
most definitely
Is Fallout 4
not.
the most recent Fallout game? No spin-offs? What about, like, New Vegas and all that?
Kagan's sick dream of a fully bred vampire army died with him that day. And because he murdered my mother's family, I've spent the last
Fallout
6
76,
decades
yeah.
finding and eliminating
Isn't that a
his.
spin-off?
Just
Or was the
returning
last single-player game? Is 76 not single-player?
The master, I mean, Mr. Zorinsky, would prefer that all the guests...
It's an MMO. Oh, okay.
The master can blow me, monkey suit.
Wait a minute. Look, she's Dampier. Are you one of the masters?
No, there's...
Never have one.
There is something special about BloodRayne. Even the first one. You go from cutscene right into... The master can blow me. Start fighting. But yeah, like, couldn't they just make other Fallout games between the Fallout games? Like, between the mainline ones? Would fans really be that upset if they did that?
Damn it.
Well, that sounded expensive.
Sure did. Think I can expense it to Brimstone?
Let's wait till we see the final bill for this evening.
I'll keep my receipts.
I like that you keep your powers from the other game. They can't. Bethesda can't even make a proper next-gen update in 9 years. Oh yeah, it'd be too much to ask of them. I get the feeling that Bethesda's secretly mad that the most beloved Fallout game is New Vegas, which they didn't make. Despite the short dev time, people still liked it. Are you serious? Wow. Wait, so who made it? I don't know anything about Fallout. Like, I know nothing about Fallout, so educate me. That sounds interesting. More like our Lord and Savior Todd Howard is not ready to grace us with such a masterpiece. Yeah, Bethesda isn't like Ubisoft doing spin-off games between mainline games. And then Starfield came out and everyone was mad about that too, so I don't know. I can't see them making more Fallout right now either. I don't think that'd be a smart idea. Not secretly, they screwed Obsidian over at every single turn they could. Oh yeah?
Where'd Zelensky get the cash?
Think of nuclear war, but people survive and communism is not the problem anymore. Oh no, I know that about Fallout. What I mean is the development stuff. I don't know anything about the behind the scenes. I don't know anything about the, like, I guess, like, series. I know the plot. Dude, Starfield could have been so good. It had the right idea, but nothing else. I mean, it just sounds like standard Bethesda to me. Right idea, nothing else. About that, they reuse most stuff compared to 76. Oh, really? Like, from game to game, you mean? So, like, 76 felt the most new, then? Also, the Fallout show is pretty much universally considered to be the best game adaptation to date, which is a low bar, but it's genuinely really good. That's stupid. What about Mario? Mario's a great game adaptation. Everyone could be... That's the thing. Marcus and I were literally talking about this. People are like, wow, Fallout's the best game adaptation. Like, you were saying that about Mario, like, a year ago. And then, like... what was the other one? The Last of Us HBO series. It's like, there's plenty of good game adaptations, but anytime one comes out, people act like it's the first of its kind. Yeah, it topped Mario in quality. Did it top The Last of Us? Are people saying it's better than that adaptation too? Are they saying it's better than Mortal Kombat's too? Like, it's funny to me. Everyone conveniently forgets all the other adaptations that were also good. 76 was the most destroyed day one. They didn't have the will to fix the problems when it first came out. Why do people like it? Yeah, one factor was that New Vegas had to reach a critic average rating score that Obsidian had to meet for Bethesda to say it was good. Oh. Easily because it's not just a recreation of the game, it's its own story and somehow it doesn't suck. Mario's not a recreation of the game either. Oh, yeah.
Somebody get in here!
No! No!
Which, considering it's an original story, I'd say yes. You asked if it's better than The Last of Us. Yeah, I did. And then I mentioned Mario before The Last of Us. It's the best video game adaptation. It's like, have you seen every video game adaptation? BloodRayne. I know, I kind of like her. I like her weapon. The Fallout TV show is set post-Fallout 4, but it's part of the same world. That's cool. Have you seen it, Phoenix? Did you like it too? I've seen the Far Cry movie. Yeah, oh, dude, there's a lot of bad ones. There's probably more bad video game adaptations than there are good ones. But there are a lot of good ones. And I do mean a lot. There are a lot of good ones. It's just no one watched them. Mario movie originally. Yeah, the Mario movie is its own plot. Best bad movie. Oh, you mean the 90s Mario movie, the really bad one. Such as, the 90s Mortal Kombat movie is good, and it's its own story. It doesn't follow the game. The 90s Lara Croft is also good with Angelina Jolie. It is. It's a really good adaptation, and again, doesn't follow the game. It's its own story, but it captures the essence of the character as well as her adventurous nature. There's the Mario movie. If you want to count TV shows, people really like The Last of Us. I think it's boring as hell, but people who are fans of the game tend to really like the show. The Double Dragon movie. So there's like a bunch of, like, okay, what's it called? Yakuza had a movie in Japan that we never got, and it's actually really good. Like, it's perfect. It's a perfect balance between serious and funny, just like the games. So Yakuza's another one, but we never got that here. And I don't even think it got a dub. Resident Evil, that's very different. And yeah, but a lot of people like those series too, and that's a franchise at this point, the Resident Evil movies that don't follow the games at all. They're on like movie 6 now, so yeah, no, there's plenty, dude. I'm down for ideas to watch. You'll hate all of them because you hate movies, Saints Flow. Don't even try. Just give up. You'll never like movies because you have awful taste. It's okay. I've accepted it, and so can you. Except Crank. You gotta watch that movie. There's a movie to watch. Stop wasting your time watching all this other drivel. Watch Crank, 2006. I'm telling you, you'll like it. If you don't like it, I don't know, man. It's such a Saints Flow movie. Even Marcus agreed. That's the kind of movie that Saints Flow would like. You gotta watch Crank. It's a good movie. I've never seen the Yakuza movie. The Yakuza movie, if you like the games, the movie is exactly like the games. It doesn't follow the story. It kind of takes ideas from the first two games, but then it deviates a bit. Quite a bit. And I think that there was a Phoenix Wright live action film as well. Was that good? Yeah. I don't think I saw that one. Fallout. Wait, we won? We won. We're the best. Borderlands. If we can't be the best, we sure could be the worst. I've never seen a movie so poorly casted in my life. Bro. I like Cate Blanchett. Don't get me wrong. She's cool. But, like, she's not who I'd cast as Lilith. I don't care for Kevin Hart. Never found him funny. He is definitely not who I'd cast as Roland. Ariana Ariana Green. I love how in the interview she was asked, what inspired your character? You know, what'd you look to it for inspiration? And she said Harley Quinn for Tiny Tina. Instead of, Tiny Tina from the game that the movie's based on. Oh my god. Borderlands the movie. At least their age explains why Mordecai isn't there. He passed away from natural causes. The brother saw the script and he left. That's what happened with Mordecai. He left. He was out. But then wouldn't Roland also be old? It's so stupid. I did like the Fallout TV show. It nailed the tone of the games and it didn't seem too fan servicey. But the finale has season 2 set up, but I won't say it's the best video game adaptation. What would you say is the best video game adaptation? BRB, alright. I agree about Kevin Hart. I just hear him say how short he is, and everyone hollers, who would you recast for Roland? Idris Elba. I know that's such a, like, basic choice, because he's who the Hollywood casts if they need a black actor that's serious. It's always Idris Elba, but honestly, when you look at Roland, and you look at, like, yeah, and he should be older, too, Roland. He shouldn't be someone who's so young looking. But Idris Elba is who I would pick. Either him or, I suck at pronouncing this guy's name. He played Baron Mordo in Doctor Strange. Ujit, and he was in 12 Years a Slave. That guy, I would also cast him as Roland. Final Fantasy Spirits Within. Oof, no, lies. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Saints Flow. There's another adaptation, video game adaptation. But what's really cool about Final Fantasy VII Advent Children is it's a sequel to the original game. It picks up right after the original game. It picks up 2 years after, which is kind of cool. But it's a weird movie. If you didn't play the game, you will not understand. What about the Sonic movies? I also really like the Sonic movies. I think the second one's better than the first one, but I like them too because, again, they're their own thing. They do not follow anything from the source material, almost. Like, he's an alien, which is true in, like, the comics. That's like, what else do they keep? They keep, Knuckles' backstory the same. Yeah, the Sonic movies are also good. I forgot about those. I like those. Best adaptation. That's why I winked. I know. Spirits Within. Do not watch Spirits Within. That movie's awful. But, oh yeah, and the Resident Evil. I mentioned the American Resident Evil movies earlier, by the way. I forgot that there's also animated Resident Evil movies that are canon to the story. So yeah, Resident Evil. I will also throw in the Japanese Resident Evil movies, because, yeah, I completely forgot about those. Because they feel like just parts of the game, which they are. They're sequels to parts of the game. They take place between games. So if you wanted the full Resident Evil story, you'd have to watch the 4 movies that are out. The newest one was really good. What was it called? The one where they're on the island. I really liked that, because it was the first time Jill and Leon meet. It was really cool. Yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor. Yeah, I would cast him as Roland as well. Like, if, just off the top of my head, the actors that come to my mind. I remember seeing Spirit Within being like an all CGI movie in the early 2000s. Yeah. It was a cool, like, for visual effects, it's cool. But for plot, writing, and characters, oof. It's awful.
Looks like we've got a party crasher up here.
No! I need help over here!
Yeah, cutting edge at the time. Totally. Square has always specialized in, like, look how nice our game looks. It's always kind of been their thing. So when they made a movie, no one was surprised that it looked nice.
This must be my lucky day. Just reached a courtyard outside the study.
I was there earlier. Have you been practicing your acrobatics?
I guess. Just one more thing I'm naturally good at.
What the heck? Books to movies, I understand in regards to visually figuring out what the writer put down, but video game to TV movies don't really appeal to me because this game is there. I see. As I mentioned, I gave two good examples. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Are you sick, Jay? Yeah, I'm very sick. But I'm still streaming. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children and the Resident Evil animated films are great because they're sequels to the games that they're based on. That's really neat. But whenever it's like a straight adaptation, I kind of agree with you, Phoenix. Like, as I said, I like that the Sonic movie's its own thing. It's not just the Sonic Adventure plot or Lara Croft. I like that it's its own thing. I like that Mortal Kombat is its own thing. Sorry, I was watching a movie when he went live, then WWE SmackDown. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing alright overall.
How much more you think you can take?
There's one, like, and we've mentioned in the past, like, people who are fans of Postal really like the Postal movie. I think it could be done better.
Playing for keeps here,
Because
sport.
it is a movie that captures the spirit of the game, but I feel like Postal is a smart enough game. And yeah, I said that. Postal is a smart enough game that you could write it in such a way that, like, it's a good movie. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't mean like, oh, it's too distasteful. No, like, make it as offensive as possible. But focus on the Postal dude. Because it's weird. The way the movie is set up, the Postal movie. Because, like, I have a lot to say about that movie. It's not so much that I think it's just a bad movie. It's just... Because it's not a bad adaptation. It's not. It's just... The way the movie starts... It seems to be positioning itself as a movie where a guy who's, like, really good... Like, a really good person gets really down on his luck. And slowly transforms into a terrible person. Right? That's how the first 10 minutes of that movie feels. Because the Postal dude is nothing like that in the games. So, right away, they're trying to write it differently, which is fine. But then, he's just a bad guy after that. And it's like, I don't know. It would have been nice to see that gradual decline. I feel. I feel like a smarter movie would have written it that way. Postal, more like Joker. Yeah, but the thing with Postal that makes it so much more interesting to me isn't that, like, there's something mentally wrong with the Postal dude. He's supposed to just be some guy. Like he's there. Him being who he is because of the world surrounding him. Which, yeah, sure, is like Joker, but you could make the argument that Joker, it's not so much that he's unlucky, it's rather he's mentally something is disturbing him. Where, like, Postal dude, as is made abundantly clear in the ending of the first game, he's a result of the world around him. It's not something he was born with. It's not being born different, which I've always felt was Joker's thing. It's not that you're born different in Postal. It's just you were the one person who, upon being pushed over the edge, decided to take matters into your own hand. Which I've always liked about Postal. I think it's why it's the only quote-unquote edgy game I will actually defend. Because it's like, no, there's definitely a smart story being told here. And it's more so reflected in the first two games than anything after it. Sure, video games can aspire to be cinematic in more than just visuals and character development and story. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear it. Karaoke stream was lit, though. Yo, that was so much fun. We peaked at 143 people watching. A lot of people came into that stream simultaneously. Like, people we've never heard of, which is nice. I might just do more in real life streams. Like, I might just stop streaming as often as I do, because I have to do live shows. and I have to prepare for all that, and like I had to cancel
Looks like I'm on the roof of the
a practice session today because I'm like, no, I stream, but I'm just like, you know what? I could just not
and
stream.
I gotta find somewhere to cross without going
Did
down
your
again.
tech during the in real life stream handle things well? Yes. You know what was great about that stream? The audio. Surprisingly, there was no issue. My microphone that I was using, because it's not the phone mic that I used, the microphone I used automatically adjusts its settings, so that you don't peak, which is really useful. It's a very expensive microphone, but that's why I bought it, in case there was any audio issues. What's also really impressive about the... Uh-oh. What's also really impressive about that stream is that there was, what was it? None of the audio got muted, even though we were doing music.
Blindsided me.
Oops. Not what I meant to do.
Damn it.
Yo, what's up, Sour? I was wondering where you've been. How have you been, bro? First time thing for me. Austin watching WWE, never saw that coming. I know, I figured that's what he was doing. Sounds like the movie Falling Down. I should watch that. What is that? Please don't stop streaming entirely. Sure, do rehearsals. I can't say I'd stop entirely, but as I said, man, in my day-to-day life, right, things are very active. Like, it's like, man, I got this show, and I met this person, and we're gonna collab on this, and it's all big, and, like, booming, and, like, fun, and exciting, and thrilling, and, like, I'm meeting new people, and there's all these ideas in this room, and, like, no one's an a-hole, and it's just, it's like, I'm living my dream when I'm not here. And then I come here and it's not fun. It's not, okay, it's not that it's not fun, it's just not as fun.
Cut power to that security door.
Like, as I said, if you have the opportunity to perform on stage in front of a live audience of people that adore you, versus coming to a stream that almost no one shows up to, you know, so we can talk about shows and movies that I don't care about. It's like, what would you rather be doing? Like, put yourself in my shoes. The only reason I come here is because I like you guys. Gotta love the impractical front handspring. Well, it's funny. What that does is make you dodge bullets. It is funny, though. I will say, like, straight up, BloodRayne 1, like, retroactively thinking about BloodRayne 1, it is one of the most creative, like, gameplay games I've ever played. Like from a gameplay perspective, the first BloodRayne. It's so unique because it's a third-person game with first-person controls. And that was so cool, playing that on like, the first BloodRayne that I did it here. It was so much fun. Like, it's so creative, that game. And then the twist near the end where I didn't see that coming. It's a really creative game. I love how this one takes those ideas and it polishes them and it redefines them and stuff like that. I will say, though, there's a small part of me that misses the controls of BloodRayne 1. Because, like, yeah, you ever play a game where, like, the first one's a little clunky, and then you play the second one, and it's, like, really polished, but it's, like, too polished? Like, it's too clean? And nothing's wrong with that. Again, like, they fixed any issues that anyone could possibly have with the first BloodRayne. But, like, I kind of miss the clunk. I kind of miss it. I kind of miss the weird strafing you could do. Because you can't strafe in this. Like, you can do this, but BloodRayne, straight up, someone could be directly in front of you, and you're attacking like this. Like, it's the only game I've seen where you could do that. Like, just, what? You're strafing and you're using, like, swords? And I kind of loved that. It was so weird. I agree. I love the schedule, but you do what you gotta do, obviously. Thank you. What I might do is change the day that I stream, and I'll only stream once a week. Monday doesn't seem convenient for everybody. Actually, you know what? I'll probably just keep it Monday. Not gonna lie. I like streaming Monday because it's a nice way to start the week. I've been alright. How are you? I'm pretty good. How are you? I missed you. I missed you, Sour. I was rewatching the Mirror's Edge VOD, and I loved when you and I were arguing, and it was like, dude, I just agreed with you. That you're like, yeah, I said it after. I'm like, just delete your comment then, bro. And you're like, never. That was so funny. Falling Down, 1993, an ordinary man frustrated with the various flaws he sees in society. Wait, I do know this movie. That's the one with the guy with the glasses, right? That movie's kind of effed up because it's a movie that ended up being like adopted by like the alt-right, which is wild because it's not supposed to glorify what the protagonist does in that movie. I do know that movie. It's crazy. Yeah, I do. I vividly remember because there was a point in time where my friend and I were watching like the darker 90s movies, and that was one of them that he brought up. I forgot it was from the 90s. Begins psychotically and violently lashing out against them, starring Michael Douglas. Yeah.
You should run. It won't help, but it might make you feel better.
Alright, Geniac, we can talk about Ben 10 Alien Force! That was a fun conversation, I will say. Marcus may not have liked the convo, but there's a few series I watch that I never do talk about. Ben 10's one of them. I did really like Ben 10. It's like the other day, Johnny and I had a whole conversation about, like, Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. And it's like, yeah, these pieces of classic American literature, we've never discussed them because why would they ever come into conversation? But, like, we both had, like, strong opinions on those books. Where, like, straight up, I think Huckleberry Finn is a book that everyone should read. But as many people will tell you, skip the last 3 chapters because, my god. It just, you could tell, our boy, Twain, he didn't know how to end that book because, my god. Huck goes on this whole adventure of learning how to stop being a racist. And then at the end, he just goes right back. It's like, what? One of the most progressive books from the 1800s. Insane, my dude. Insane.
Where the hell did she go? Looks like we've got a party crasher up here.
Never heard of BloodRayne until now. Really? I like this game. I had the opposite experience with the first Buffy game. Great mechanics. Second one felt clunky. Yeah, oh, Chaos Bleeds? Chaos Bleeds does one thing right. You can play as other characters. That's the one cool thing about Chaos Bleeds, because the first Buffy game, the fact that you can only play as Buffy, even though the other characters have full move sets. How do you know this? Because there's a multiplayer mode in the first game. So it's like, you have full move sets for Angel, for Xander, for Willow and Giles, but you can't play as them in the story. It's weird. So Chaos Bleeds is cool because you can play as, like, Buffy, Xander, Willow, Spike, and Faith, and Sid the Dummy. There's a few characters you can play as. And then, like, in the multiplayer mode, you could play as everyone. Literally every Buffy character. Even Joss Whedon, for some reason. So Huck had a relapse? Yeah, and the reason he has a relapse is because of Tom Sawyer, the character who's, like, supposed to be the opposite of Huck. Like, Tom is, like, a nice person in his book, And then he shows up in Huckleberry Finn, and it's like, no, I'm also racist. And it's like, oh, okay. And Huckleberry Finn, who's been like a thug, you know, guy who doesn't listen to anybody, he just goes along with what Tom says to do, even though it's a dumb idea. And Huck says it's a dumb idea, and Jim says it's a dumb idea, and he just goes along with it. It's weird. Like, it's so out of character. Also, nowhere in that book is Jim called N-word Jim. He's never called that in the book. Never. It was reviews at the time that called him N-word Jim, which is pretty effed up, because today, what do we know that character as? N-word Jim. Rain. Rain.
I'm going to enjoy you.
Oh, yes it is. Yeah, Friday has the natural happiness of leading into the weekend. Monday people could use a pickup. Yeah, Monday would probably be the best day to do it. I missed arguing with you. Goodbye. Never in my life have I heard that. If you move to Monday, then I won't be there as often because of work. Okay. What other day would work for you guys? Because I don't want to interfere with what you guys have going. Is Wednesday a good day? Same with Fight Club. I see exactly. Incel-type misogynists are agreeing with Tyler Durden, and I'm like, my guy, congrats on missing the point. Yeah, exactly. There's a few... That happens, like, very often, I find. With, older deconstructive movies. People tend to, like, say, oh, this was a movie made for the little guy. This was looking out for the little guy. And it's like, no, it's telling you why this mentality is not healthy. Not even agreeing with being the problem idolizing. I know.
Zarinsky's got dragons.
So many good films get bad reputations because of freaks like that. Yeah. Male manipulator media. I love that joke.
Rain, are you there? What happened?
Oh, I'm fine. It's just they're so beautiful.
And extremely dangerous. Listen, if they're the real Carpathian dragons, they
going on with
from
her?
the blood of their
Willow
dead
needed
heroes.
to be more witchy
That's
in the
you this
games,
case.
but not OP
The
like how
alchemical
she was in the
process the
show.
raw material
In
of
Chaos
the
Bleeds, I like her
projectiles
gameplay. She stepped on a Lego?
to fill the reservoir.
That's our security system. It's just a room. You know how they have like in a like Mission Impossible, it's a room full of lasers. They open the door in our movie and it's a room full of Legos. It's like, no, no. What am I gonna do? Gotta step over all of them. That's funny. Is there a film adaptation of Huckleberry Finn? I think there's been a few. I haven't seen any of them. I've been told to just read the book, and that's what I did. So if you're up for reading, I will say, remember that it's from the 1800s. But like, okay, there's a really great line in it that I guess I don't want to spoil in case you actually want to read this classic piece of American literature. There's a really great line. Where essentially, Huck is asked, like, why do you believe in racism? Right? Like, why do you go along with the racists and, like, believe in slavery and all that stuff? And Huck, being a kid, being a literal child, says, because if I don't, I'll go to hell. Right? So if I don't agree with these like, terrible racist ideologies, I'll go to hell. So obviously it's like, oh, that's what he's taught. Because racism is a taught behavior, or a learned behavior. It's not something you're born with. You're not born racist. And then later on in the book, right, as a callback to that, and it's a great callback, Huck is faced with the choice to either let his friend now, Jim, who becomes his friend over the course of the story, who's a black man, to be enslaved and receive the money for, like, giving him up, because they're both on the run, or save Jim, knowing that for the rest of his life he's going to be on the run. And Huck says, out loud, all right then, I'll go to hell, before saving Jim. And it's like, that's such a great moment. Just like, yeah, what matters more? What matters more at this point? This is a human being that's being sold. It's just crazy to me, man. Because, like, it's funny because, like, people remember Tom Sawyer because of, like, friggin' Fairly Odd Parents. And, like, Tom Sawyer's book is fine. It's a kid's book. But then Huckleberry Finn was the sequel to that kid's book, and it's like Saints Row 1 to Saints Row 2, my guy. Or, like, actually, a more fitting example is Jak 1 to Jak 2. Jak 1's a kid's game, through and through. Jak 2, it's like, nah, we're gonna talk about racism. That's not Jak 2. But, like, Huckleberry Finn was the sequel to Tom Sawyer, and it's like a serious commentary on racism, where Tom Sawyer is just a kid getting up to shenanigans. It's kind of funny. I love when stuff like that happens in anything. I love the laser room scenes, classic. Absolutely. I love the one in Ocean's 11. That's probably my favorite one, where the guy goes through all the lasers, and then he gets to it, and, like, the thing he's looking for isn't even there. I'm an American. Of course I've read it. Have you actually? Huckleberry the First, White Ally. Yeah! Actually, though. The accuracy of that statement. Alright. While feeding to reload. Oh, so I reload by feeding. Interesting. Yeah, honestly, I need to get more 19th century literature. It's so fascinating. It is, because there's ideas, like, when you read about history or you read old books, you notice how every good idea has already been done. Like every great story has already been told. Like, there's only 36 possible dramatic events. Have you ever heard about that? There are only 36 possible dramatic stories. Only 36. And any story that you can think of, any of your favorite stories, falls into one of those 36. And it's such an interesting idea of just like, wait, no, it's true. It's ultimately, it is true. There's only so many stories you can write about. And the few stories that break away from those 36 plots are usually absurdist as hell. Like, they almost don't have a plot. But yeah, like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I think, is one of those movies that, like, does not follow any of those 36. But I love that movie, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. The only movie where the first time I saw it, I hated it, and the second time I saw it, I loved it. And like nothing had really changed. It was only a couple months later, and I'm like, no, I get it now. I understand what this movie is now. Anyone read The Dice Man? No, what's that? Yeah, honestly, I need to get... A Little Woman is one of my favorite books of all time. Little Woman, yeah. Yeah, it's the human mind that is endless. It is. Even if it's true, there's enough people on Earth with different experiences to bring something different to those 36 stories. Oh, absolutely. That's not me saying, like, give up. You can never tell a new story. No. Like, by all means, exercise your experiences into, or even just your ideas, into those 36 potential plots. Because, yeah, man, like, that's why we keep playing games. That's why we keep watching movies. We want to see the stories. We want to see the characters. We want to see how they get out of the situation they're in, and all that. Oh, wow, that's so funny. So the reason you reload when you feed on them is because, and again, I just want to say, I want to give, like, so much praise to BloodRayne because of its, again, mechanics, right? You're a vampire. You get shot a lot and you get stabbed a lot. How do you heal? By sucking their blood, obviously, right? But, like, okay, you use guns in the first one and they're just guns. And when you run out of ammo, that's it. You gotta find ammo. So this game was like, no, how do we implement it more? Your guns use blood as well. So do you suck their blood to get health, or do you suck their blood to get ammo? And it's like, that's kind of cool. That's cool that it's the same resource that's giving you two different things. Because it forces you to make harder decisions. Compared to the first one. Like the first BloodRayne. I will say, though, I'm probably not going to use guns very often. So, like, it's kind of unfair.
Looks like we've got a party crasher up here. Somebody get in here!
Right, there's so many stories that could use our experiences. Okay, that is kind of cool. It's really neat. I like BloodRayne. It's a series that I'm surprised only got 2 games. Because it was very popular at the time. Like, it got an MTV music video. It got a bunch of movies. Like, but now all anyone remembers BloodRayne for is like, ooh, the sexy vampire lady. And it's like, there's a little more, like, there's more going on. Especially the first one. I will say, I prefer the plot of the first one, where it's like World War II. Like, how many vampire series do you know that take place during World War II? Where you're the vampire. Not the soldier, you're the vampire. Pretty cool. And then it turns out that, like, oh no, the Nazis are using demons to power their army. It's like, what? Like, what a twist.
Somebody get in here!
Who would win in a fight, Buffy or Rain? Buffy. Actually, Rain has, like, the Force. I feel like Rain has more powers than Buffy. Like, even super speed. Like, redonkulous super speed. So, I don't know. Probably Rain. Like, she doesn't have most of the weaknesses that vampires have, so Buffy wouldn't know what to do. And obviously, the 36 concepts are broad. They don't mean, like, a man who works at Taco Bell becomes a serial killer and only kills people. Kills people with stale tortilla chips. Is already taken. Yeah, no. Obviously, they're broad. They're broad. It'd be like your basic, like, hero fights villain. Like, hero and villain are friends. Hero does something to villain. Villain becomes villain. Like, they're broad. They're broad. Wolfenstein minus the vampire part. That's what I'm saying. That's the closest you could come to. You are right with Wolfenstein, because that did cross my mind too. But you being the monster and, like, the people around you not being monsters is where it's like, it's interesting to use World War II as the setting. And, like, not ignoring, like, it never becomes like, oh, we have, like, high-tech guns in World War II because of demons and vampires. Like, no. They're still just normal guns from World War II. Like, there's nothing, it's not sci-fi. And then, like, near the end, it gets really, like, because I remember Phoenix telling me, yo, wait, you're gonna love this twist. Like, wait for this twist. And, like, it was really cool. Like, that was, I already liked the game, but that sold me on, like, no, BloodRayne 1 is actually a really good game. Very unique game.
I think Zarensky just blew his nose.
Vampires are kind of having a comeback. Castlevania Nocturne, Interview with the Vampire, plus those 2 other vampire movies I cannot remember. Yeah, give it time. Vampires are the most versatile monster archetype. Oh, Abigail. Abigail's another vampire movie that came out. I saw that recently. I liked it. Loads of fun. I will say, I wish the trailer didn't spoil anything. And I wish that the movie focused more on the heist. Like, I honestly think Abigail, the movie, should have... The first, like, 20 minutes should have been the heist. But it just happens. And it's like, oh... Because you could have done a lot starting the movie with the heist. You could have established the characters. You know, maybe things don't go well. And, like, that's how they start hating each other. I kind of thought that's what they were going to do. But it just kind of... We already kidnapped the girl. It's like, okay.
Oh, come on, Z.
All right.
Blood sheep.
What's the rest of the movie going to
Nobody
be
tells
then?
about. I'm on a world tour visiting every
Buffy, if there's no
bastard child
powers,
pagan I
that girl can
find.
fight. Yeah, Buffy's great.
So, you're...
There's a few vampires she couldn't beat, though.
Well, you've certainly been on...
Twilight for sure was set in World War II.
haven't
What? Twilight's not set during World War II.
The one in the
I've been seeing some
witch
vampire
is
media where we
Smokes.
get to
She
see
did
how
give her
race
a name.
impacts vampirism.
Want to, though.
Race and sexuality, actually. Well, one of the first vampire books ever made was Camilla. Camilla was a lesbian vampire. That was one of the first vampires ever. Not Dracula, Camilla. Look it
So
up.
I bid you good night, little yourselves.
So it is funny because like vampirism is supposed to be incredibly sexual. It's always been a part of it, even in Dracula.
All right, playtime's over.
Speaking of, friendly reminder, Stephanie Meyer is low-key racist. Isn't everybody these days? I have a soft spot for the Twilight movies, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I've watched all the Twilight movies against my will. They're movies. How was the TV show adaptation of Interview with the Vampire? I don't know, I've never seen it. The actress from the new Scream is in Abigail, right? Yeah, Melissa Barrera. Who is not going to be in Scream 7. Because she said something about Israel, or... She did the thing you're not supposed to do as an actor, and she spoke about a war. And then the director's like, yo, could you not talk about this war? And then she's like, nah, I'm going to talk about the war. And then they're like, okay, you're fired. And then Jenna Ortega's like, okay, if she's fired, I'm fired. And then they fired Jenna Ortega too. I'm not kidding. This is actually what happened. And I was just like, dang. I guess we'll never know how their story ends then, huh? Sucks. How do you even write them out of the plot at this point? Ugh. Uh-oh, bats. Maybe you should duck the bats. Jenna is a real friend, I guess. Well, it's not like Jenna needs these movies. Jenna doesn't need these movies. She's gonna be in Beetlejuice. And Wednesday Season 2, if we ever get it. Come on. Okay, what am I trying to do?
It's not all about the blaze.
Rain.
Rain, we turned into bats. Shoot him out of the air.
Easy for you to say. There are millions of bats up here. Which do I shoot?
Use your powers to spot him in the crowd. Take aim and fire.
Which powers? I have so many. Didn't know Camila was the first vampire and a lesbian. That's cool. Yeah. W. Jenna. Jenna is a real friend, I guess. Stephanie Meyer, I mean. Okay, wait, hang on. Twilight isn't set in World War II, but Edward served in one of the World Wars. Ah. I've never seen the film, but the show is really good. It's a toxic, gothic romance that added some new layers to the romantic dynamic by making him black. I mean, sure, but she's stated that part of the vampires achieving true beauty, they have to lose melanin. What? 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 I'm sorry. Did I hear that right? You can't be a black vampire. She showed support for Palestine as she should. Stephanie Meyer, I mean, Jenna's a real friend, I guess. W. Jenna. Plenty of actresses have been fired over opinions or even tweeted follows. It's fairly common. I know, but this was such an interesting case because it's like, why did the directors care? Like, why? You're directing Scream, for God's sakes. Like, you know what I mean? Come on. Like, let the... Why do you care what the actress is saying, bro? Just write your movie. Oh, whoops. I think I went the wrong way. Where did you go? Oh, I see him. Okay. Good thing I don't take fall damage. Wait, is Wednesday on Prime? It's been confirmed. Netflix. Ew. Time to get my eye patch. Yeah, time to get my eye patch. Also, a plus to Jenna was like, oh no, I'm fired from Scream. Oh hey, season 2 of Wednesday. Yeah, and Beetlejuice. Don't forget she's in the new Beetlejuice movie. It's been confirmed. Time to get my eye patch. Nocturne gave us a gay indigenous vampire who survived colonization. That was fascinating. See, that's a neat idea. Stuff like that. If you're gonna implement race into vampirism, you have to acknowledge the history of whatever country they're in. Because I find anytime it's like, yeah, I'm a black vampire and racism sucks, it's like, oh, okay. You don't have to be a vampire to know that. You know what I mean? But like stuff like that, it's like, that's cool. Okay, because he's immortal and he would be strong enough to, like, he wouldn't get killed. Like, that's interesting. Edward is a weird twink because he was the Barack's bunny. I don't remember anything from those movies, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Which power do I use? Oh, shoot. I've been using the wrong power this whole time. Duh. What am I doing wrong? Blinking guy meme, yeah. Yep, low-key racist. There's a great video essay about the trend of vampires that served in the Confederacy and media. Really? The Shazam guy also caused some meltdowns when he said he doesn't trust Pfizer, but they didn't fire him, thank God. Yeah, like, so did Letitia Wright, the girl who, Black Panther's sister, who ended up becoming Black Panther. Spoiler alerts. Yeah, so, like, why do they care? I don't know, it's, why do you care what the actors say? Why do you care? Bro. Like, I'm talking the directors. I think the owner of the studio is Jewish. Well, bro. The owner of all the studios are. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's like Megan Fox getting fired for saying working with Michael Bay was like working for Hitler. That's why Megan Fox wasn't in Transformers 3. Fun fact. Because who's the owner of that studio? Do you remember? Who owns that studio? You guys know? Can you guess? Okay. What? What am I supposed to do? I have to see the original Beetlejuice movie. Have you not seen Beetlejuice? Are you kidding? That movie's a classic. All Canadian televisions around the world, played Beetlejuice every Halloween. It's like a tradition in Canada. And it'd be like multiple channels playing Beetlejuice. I'm not kidding. Like kids channels too, because that's not really a kids movie. Oh, come on. I've never seen Beetlejuice. Oh my gosh, it's a good movie, guys. Sacrilege to say you've never seen Beetlejuice. Alright. What do I do to kill this guy? There are plenty of Jews against the IDF, though. That person is just Zionist. In the US, at least, I don't know or care about Israeli support. If I stop chatting at any point, my phone is low and I have to be downstairs right now, which is an issue because I can only charge upstairs. Okay. Hollywood seems to be home of plenty of Jewish Zionists. Outside of that industry, though, I've seen Jews that are opposed to Zionism. Money, money, money is the answer. Letitia Wright seems like she be Bible thumping hard, so I'm not a fan. But they didn't fire her for that, is what I think is interesting. A Hardly Weinstein guess. That is a crazy statement, though, and I believe her that it was probably tough. Who? Oh, Megan Fox? Yeah. Yes, I have not seen Beetlejuice movie. That's crazy! I haven't either. Who are you people? You've never seen Beetlejuice? What? What? Guys! Me neither? What the heck? Oh my gosh! Stop watching me right now and go watch that movie. You guys have never... We're gonna do a movie night, okay? No, we're doing it. Movie night. We're watching Beetlejuice in Discord. I don't even care. You guys haven't seen Beetlejuice. You can't say that to a Canadian. Like that... I'm not exaggerating when I say Beetlejuice, like, Canadian television would play that, like, regularly. And I mean, it wouldn't even be Halloween, bro. And we'd be playing that. And y'all are fans of me, and you've never seen Beetlejuice. It's a good movie. Bizarro stream. Us, we've never seen Beetlejuice. You are all sick. I've seen one scene, I think, not a Halloween. It's crazy. I'm telling you, bro. Beetlejuice was just, it was always on in Canada for some reason. I don't know if, like, maybe it was cheap, so that's why they always had it on TV. But yeah, Beetlejuice, like, it's like, it's the most non-Canadian Canadian classic. Hang on, I'm looking up how to kill this guy. Oh. Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do. So much Beetlejuice propaganda in the stream, I know. Should change the title to Moose Juice. When I Moose Juice. When I think Canada, I think Total Drama and Degrassi, never Beetlejuice. I think of Jay and Rachel McAdams. I like Rachel McAdams. She cute. Alright, so here's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm supposed to do. Which is kind of insane. Is Avon even Canadian? Yes. I believe he's half. Just like Beck. His mother's from the UK, if memory serves correct. Give me ammo. Alright, let's do this. No! Never mind. Man, this is... Throw your bats, bro. Oh my gosh! Oops. No, Rain. Oh my gosh. That was a weird fight. BloodRayne is giving Cyber 6 right now. Oh, but you know Cyber 6, but not Beetlejuice.
Hello, you.
I'm sorry, Austin. Are you not Canadian?
Actually, the whole place was wired to go up. Guess it
Oh yeah, he is BC. One of the sexiest Canadians, an icon. Man, do you people just constantly breed hot people? Yeah, apparently. I'm sorry, Austin. Are you not Canadian? No, Pennsylvania born and raised. Thank you. Really? Yeah. I wonder how many people think I'm Canadian now. You're one of us. JDAC is a Canadian. Does Austin have a Canadian energy? No. Austin's very American. Because I'll tell you something about Canadians. We don't care about politics. A lot of Canadians are very apolitical. And then the few that aren't are usually friggin' like they think like and when I say aren't, they're usually very extreme, I'll say. They're the kind of people that are like, we should have black only schools again, and it's like, oh, so you mean segregation? Like that, straight up. It's a funny thing about Canadian like super political people. They usually laugh at them.
I've been working on something.
OMG, I might want to see this as well. Watch the Canadian Bacon movie trailer. What? Honestly, any country that birthed Mother McAdams, I should be an honorary member of. Dual citizenship me, just so I can claim the same soil as her. Listen, it's really hard to get a Canadian citizenship, and on top of that, if you ever try to live here, everything's expensive. Like it's worse here. Wait, Rachel McAdams, aka Regina freaking George is Canadian? Yes, you didn't know? No wonder she was so masterful at portraying passive-aggressive in Mean Girls. Haha, one of my earliest childhood crushes, and I'd still take a bullet for her. She's pretty great. Wait, Michael Moore, the documentary guy, directed Canadian Bacon? Michael Moore? Really? Yeah, that's what I've heard. So does that make Canadian Bacon the most Canadian classic? Then,
we'll get there.
trying to think. What's like a very Canadian movie?
While Mayor Randolph's highly criticized Clean Sweep for Clean Streets initiative appears to be gaining
Like Scott
ground in
Pilgrim's a
Beaver
Canadian
City,
movie written by a
prostitution and drug
non-Canadian.
activity have sharply
Well,
declined.
I guess the original book
Realtors
is by a
admissions have
Canadian.
reported a drastic drop in homeless and
The movie stars a Canadian, and the director is not Canadian though. He's not American either.
rise over the city's disappearance of several of the city's prominent citizens.
He ain't even from North America.
Investigations continue, but neither the mayor nor police chief Brewster could be found to
In these
comment.
cutscenes, I'm wearing the classic
Disconnected,
outfit,
right?
but then I switch into the dress. What's going on?
Zelensky's and the drop-off in street trash.
Brimstone thinks so. Disappearances have skyrocketed. It's like all the junkies, hookers, and homeless fell into a hole in the ground.
Did he say homeless or homos? What was that?
Maybe.
You watched the Scott Pilgrim TV show? Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. Well, my interests in Brimstone Society
Oh
still
my
manage
God.
to overlap from time to time.
The master list you found at Zorinsky's details the Kagan cult.
Homos is crazy. That's what I thought he said.
His offspring, and
But
there's a
it,
lot of
I think he said homeless.
I gotta go.
But
Stay
just
in
the way
touch.
he
Don't
pronounced
disappear.
it. L
Severin.
show, yo, legit.
Hell.
I've never seen more fans like Dong Ride, a creator, than when that show came out. And it was like, this isn't even good. I applaud things for being different, but not like insultingly different, where like you're insulting people that like the original. It's like, it's not a way to keep your fans, man.
Damn it, Severin, I'm trapped in this dive. What the hell is going on out there?
I love Rain's outfit.
Out of the woodwork. Rain, you're going
Her
to
color
find
scheme,
another way out.
more so, just red and black. Just that basic color scheme, but she rocks it. And it's also cool that the first game takes place during World War II. The second one is modern times. It's kind of neat. Sometimes I think about how the creator of Scott Pilgrim is Asian and Scott is not. Well, Brian Lee O'Malley literally said after he made Scott Pilgrim and when he was making seconds, he's like, "I'm sorry my book is so white." Actual Brian Lee O'Malley quote, which is kind of funny. Because, you know, he's a firm believer in writing what you know. So, I mean, what does that tell you? Because Seconds had one black guy in it. And I'm like, way to go, Brian. You did it. You were able to give us one black character. I guess two black characters if you count the other bartender guy. Scott Pilgrim had one black character. And she appears in one book. But the fan service, Jay. Sometimes I think about how I watched Scott Pilgrim for Wallace. Real sad news, Jay. Sony and Marvel's Kraven the Hunter has been pushed back from a Labor Day weekend opening August 30th to December 13th. Gives me more time to write the song, Phoenix. Thanks for the good news. I've been watching Spider-Man in theater, by the way, because they brought it back in Canada, which is really nice of them. Yeah, I remember. So Brian only had white friends. Yeah, obviously. Write what you know. In the U.S. too. I wish I had money. Yeah. Why are you broke? Do you remember that? How are y'all broke? How are y'all broke? You live with your parents. What is your money going towards?
Everybody out of the pool!
That was funny. How are y'all broke? I don't understand. Inflation and porn. I didn't think it was about to get that real, Phoenix. I didn't think it was gonna get that real. Just out with it. Uh-oh. Both. Why are you broke, Janiac? You can't just say that. I know. Why are you white? You can't just go around asking people why they're white. Oh.
You impressed? I sure am.
Super speed. This doesn't feel like super speed. How are they still hitting me? Oh look, a BloodRayne arcade game. Phoenix, you pay for corn in this economy? Phoenix out here paying for pornography. Is it because you support the creators? Like, is it an OnlyFans situation, or is it a like straight up just you're 19? It's 1991, and you just got your dial-up modem, and nothing's free. Oh, I just realized I'm supposed to... Uh-oh. How do I force... How do I use the force again? I forgot. Forgot my moves. Oh my gosh, stop. I'm blocking! Jeez. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Whoops.
Feeding time.
Darn it! Ah!
Didn't see that coming, huh?
Oh my god. Stop giving them weapons! she drop her weapon? Okay, she did. No! No! Stop giving them weapons. Oh my god.
Damn, I'm a couple of quarts low.
By the time... Oh my god. Stop! Oh. It's ridiculous. Honest to God, I might as well be Canadian. Literally all my favorite actors and content creators are.
Damn it, Severin, I'm
Surprise!
trying to stop.
We're gonna sneak up. It's gonna be the second Canadian invasion. The last one happened in the 90s.
Be careful. You may have
Fortunately, everyone forgot about that. Janiac really gonna miss these jokes so he can go live his life. Wow. Well, I mean, just show up to streams and maybe I won't have to stop streaming. But yeah, is Wednesday a good? Is Wednesday a good? Is Wednesday a good? Is by a darn Canuck. Most media I consume is by a darn Canuck. Yeah, F's in chat. 128 KPS speed, baby. I'm enjoying the comment in this game. The way she's able to jump around and maneuver onto these buildings is what I wanted for Buffy in her game. God, I want a new Buffy game. I'm right there with you, man. Like, I feel like, honestly, BloodRayne is a better Buffy game. Like, because there's so much. Because, like, jumping in Buffy sucks. It's my biggest gripe. Buffy, a character who's, like, so agile, jumping in her game feels terrible. Also, why does Buffy take fall damage? We see her jump, like catapult, like, from the top of buildings. And she's fine. How come in her game she takes fall damage? It's weird.
What do we got here?
Oh, whoops.
Maybe you should try to run now.
Oh, didn't they tell you? District's closed, honey. Adult Swim.
No windows, but that big fan is set into an exterior door.
That's how I use the Force. I gotta be really far from them. A spiritual harpoon.
Let me finish my drink.
Such a weird... Can I... Oh, I can harpoon enemies with weapons. Huh. Oh.
Wow, still running, huh? And there you go. That was one hell of a well-built fan.
Wow, it was that easy. Who's this? I don't really pay for prawn. I was just making a joke. Sure. Sure, buddy. I'm enjoying the LMFAO. The way she threw her off. She threw you off when you jumped on her. She said, "I'm not a bottom." I'm fine with Monday, but Wednesday is good too.
very
Okay.
creative, Rain.
Yeah, well.
Dang, I can fix her. Yo, what's up, Dr. Murder? I told chat to remind me to slap you upside the head for making me play Hitman Blood Money. I spent $15, my N-word. I didn't really like it. The game's controls are friggin' ridiculous. I have to hold L3 to aim, but also walk close enough while I'm aiming to throw said object. It's like, are you friggin' crazy? Maybe I'll give it a third chance. I'll give Hitman a third chance and get one of the new games. This friend of mine has one on disc. I texted him. So, we'll keep trying. Oh, never played it on PS2. I hate you. Why didn't you tell me that? PC controls were good. This N-word right here, bro. I recommend PC first. You should have known I would ignore you. You told me PC, but you didn't persuade me. Bro, you have to persuade me, my dude. There's not enough persuasion going on in my chat. Alright? If there's a preferred console, you gotta tell me like 5 times. Alright? That's on you. Honestly. All jokes aside, how are you, man? is a proud console peasant. Same. I'll wear this badge with honor. I gotta say, yo, legit, I really like the BloodRayne games. Like, the first two. I already beat the third one. Yeah, I didn't, I think it's... Yeah. I already beat the third one, BloodRayne Betrayal, but that's a side-scroller. And, like, I like side-scrollers, but this game works so well as a 3D, just in a 3D space. Like, it's a shame there's only two. Maybe not with honor anymore. Look, I have a gaming PC. I don't like PC gaming. It's not for me. It's not for you, boy. Pretty good, came back from the bar with a buddy that I haven't seen in a while. That's good. I thought you're catching up with people. You've been doing that a lot lately. It's good, man. Happy for you. LMAO. Yeah, why does she take fall damage? I saw this girl jump with a monk out a window in Season 5 and got up like it was nothing. Fall damage is ridiculous. Remember the time Buffy's on a roof in Season 4, Episode 1? Yeah, I'm that good. And she fights the vampire named Sunday? Yeah, I'm that good. Right before killing her in the one episode that she appears in, Buffy's on the rooftop spying on them, and then she falls through the glass and lands on the floor, and then gets back up. It's like, why does Buffy take fall damage in her own game? That has always made no sense to me.
Hey, what happened to the other guys?
They were beat, knocked off early.
Did that kill him? Yeah, guns are weird in this game. Like, I like that the ammo is blood, because again, as I said earlier,
Oh, why is it gotta be
makes
like
you,
that?
it forces you to think about your resources, but at the same time, why would I ever use guns? Like, why would I ever use guns in this
Is
game?
there no end to her cruelty?
Cut his head off. I'm an outlier outside US Canada time zone, so that's why I like this stream time slot. Fridays? Okay, I'll keep Fridays just for you, Phoenix. And because you reviewed my stuff. Yo, Dr. Murder, did you know? Aboom, did you know? I put out an album last week on my birthday. The reception has been amazing. We're going to be doing live shows around Toronto. I hope you can make it to one, because you're Canadian. I'll just look for the one redheaded brother in the cloud. in the cloud. Yeah, because we're playing Sky High, baby. Someone flexes Buffy knowledge. Me. Wild how we just became best friends. I know. You know, that's another, like, problem with Buffy Season 4. Even though Season 4 is not that bad, like, I've come around to, like, actually liking Season 4. Sunday is such a wasted potential of a character. She dies in her first appearance, but it's like, she's such a cool idea. Like, basically the vampire equivalent of Buffy. Right. Buffy fell through the skylight of Sunday's hideout in Season 4. Sunday was such a great one-off villain. Yeah, see? You completely agree with me. Yeah, in the crowd. I'll bring my, Penjamin? What's that? What's a Penjamin? In the cloud. I like how this game becomes Sonic every now and then. Oh, jeez. Like a weed pen? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, they will really be in the cloud then. What kind of music do you like? Because, fortunately, I was finally able to narrow it down, guys. Because remember how I said a lot of venues are like, what genre are you? And I'm like, I don't know. So I just tell everyone it's like, it's ska and rock mixed with some hip-hop. Like, there's rapping in the ska and rock songs. And then 3 Bags Full is just straight up a hip-hop song. And it's funny, because I thought that one would be doing the best. But no, Untimacy is still #1 on that album. Followed closely by Mercy Sparks, and then, get this, Desperately Wicked. So it's like, okay, cool. Oh, I listen to like a lot of different music, rap, pop, metal. All right, cool. You'll go check out my album, bro. Go listen. Do yourself a favor. It's gonna be out on vinyl. Dead serious. The vinyl record is gonna be yellow. I'll show you like when I get it, because it's supposed to come out in July. When I get a physical version in June, I'll show it to you guys so you guys can see like what it looks like. But like, isn't that wild? Like, yeah, yellow vinyl. I'm getting my album on vinyl. It's wild, bro. I never would have thought that'd be possible. Sunday feels like a cross of Buffy, Spike, and Cordelia. Yeah, seriously. She seems like someone that would have been one of the Cordettes, right? Or just someone who could challenge Cordelia, because she's like the boss girl. Oh, destroy the wall. Oh, okay. I love custom vinyls. I got a clear bluish one. Yeah, man. Everyone talks about the blue ones, the red ones, and I've seen see-through, like it's white and clear. I've always liked the colored ones, but it was supposed to be black, but no joke, no word of a lie. So there's a budget, right, for everything, because I'm supposed to sign with the record label. Like I'm like this close, like this close. See how far the 2 fingers are? I'm like that close from being signed. But Marcus actually said, don't sign. And I'm like, why? Why wouldn't I sign this contract so that I could get all the advertising I want and all the touring I want and everything? And he's like, cause they're gonna make you into, like, you only play one genre. And he's like, I like that you don't. And I'm like, okay, but like, I told my mom the same thing, and my mom's like, no, he has no idea what he's talking about. He signed the record label. So right now, all they really need is proof that we can play it live, which is friggin' awesome. That's all they need. And that's the thing, my band's been playing since friggin' we were children, so yeah, we can play. But like, they need proof that we can play. And I'm like, okay, we'll do a couple shows this summer just to, I guess, just to prove that. And then I make the decision, the hard decision. You'll never see me again, though, if I sign that. Selling out to the man. No, I didn't sell out, I bought in. Or, I always liked Daniel Tosh's perspective on selling out, where he's like, I did the right thing when it came to fame. It's like, what did he say? I stuck it to the man by selling out and becoming the man. And it's like, yeah, like, I'm the one at the top now. That's how you stick it to the man. Take his job. Bro is not Seth Rollins. Yeah, he wears men's clothes. Vinyl, you made it. Yes. Crazy part is I didn't even pay for it. Like, that's the thing. This isn't a case where, like, I'm going to use my own money that I saved to get this. Like, no. It came highly recommended with these people, and they funded it. It's like, that's awesome, guys. Like, this is a big friggin' deal. Okay? I know y'all want to talk about Ben 10, but you boys out here getting friggin' vinyls. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And, okay, can I also say, like, I almost want to call the director of this game and just give them a high five. BloodRayne is the perfect game to play while chatting. Like, in so many ways. The first one was, too, if you remember. It's like, every now and then things get, like, challenging, but never to the point of, like, okay, my entire focus is 100% on this game. Though, in this moment in particular, it seems as though I really should be focusing, because I have no idea where to go. He's still alive? How licks close? How licks close? Honestly, I really did enjoy season 4. I wish there was more of a focus on her adjusting to college, kind of like Superman, where she has to balance slaying with her personal life. I mean, we already had Spider-Man, Superman. We already had 3 seasons of that, so I'm kind of okay with them not doing that. I wish that college friggin' mattered in Buffy. It's kind of weird that the college part of Buffy narrows down to she drops out. Like, that's what it... And her dropping out is never a problem in that series. It's almost like a good thing she dropped out. It's kind of funny with Buffy. Comparing Buffy to Spidey, just a good example. Yeah, they are very similar. That's intentional. I mean, Buffy is very comic book based. Like, her last name is Summers, like Scott Summers. Janiac, what shows do you feel like are Buffy's spiritual successor, considering we just cycled through the same 36 stories? I've never seen a show do it as well as Buffy. But, Todd in the Book of Pure Evil, kind of. Oh, Big Wolf on Campus, I actually really like. It's a Canadian show, by the way. Canadian show, Big Wolf on Campus. The whole thing is on, YouTube. I really like Big Wolf on Campus. It's very similar to Buffy. It's just the protagonist is a werewolf instead of the Slayer. The character dynamics, though, are a lot more humorous in that. And, like, I like that the main character is a jock, which is so rare. And, like, he's not a bully. He's a jock, though. And then he teams up with the nerdy character, who's basically the Xander in the show. And the nerdy character, whose name is Merton, is, like, a better version of Xander, in my opinion. Because he's like, okay, so there's this movie where this thing happens, and like, this is how this happens, and da-da-da-da-da, right? It's like, oh, we're fighting Satan? And, like yeah, there's a funny episode where it's like, oh, no, Tommy, the main character, it's like, Tommy, if this wrestler beats 666 wrestlers, then it'll be the end of the world. And then Tommy, who's like, he's not a dumb jock, but he's kind of oblivious, and he's just like, wait, so I have to fight Satan next? And it's like, I don't know, man, but we better stop him before that happens. Like, they're very, like, matter-of-fact about the whole thing. They don't make jokes about, like, it's not like Marvel, where it's like, that's dumb. Like, Satan, I thought he was made up. Like, they're just like, oh, no, Satan. Like, you know what I mean? And I kind of appreciate that. That they're just like, yeah, this is real. And, like, Tommy, his whole thing, there's one thing that they did better in that show than they did in Buffy. So Tommy's a jock, right? And then he becomes a werewolf, and only Merton knows that, but Merton's a nerd. So there's scenes in the show, especially in season 1, where Tommy will be hanging out with the jocks, and Merton will walk up to him and be like, hey man, I found out what the weakness for this thing is, and then he'll have to be mean to Merton, so that the jocks still think he's cool. And it's like, I like that. That's like, interesting. And then, like, over time, like, Tommy's like, you know what, Merton's a better friend to me than the jock, so then he just becomes friends with Merton. But, like, I always liked that. It's like, yeah, why would they be friends in their day-to-day life? Other than, like, the werewolf stuff. There's no reason for these two to be friends. They have nothing else in common. Like, yeah, it's a good show. Like, Big Wolf on Campus. I do recommend it. I once said it's my favorite Canadian show of all time. I don't know if that's still true, but I remember really liking it. Selling out to the man. The man. Wow, since children, long time, your seasons. I've been playing piano since I was 8 years old. Tavon's been playing saxophone since he was, I want to say, 10. Like, we've really, especially me and Tavon specifically, because we've been performing music since we were children. Literally children. We did a show where we blindfolded ourselves, because that's how friggin' good we were. Because someone said, like, oh yeah, you guys are always looking at your instruments. It's like, yeah, we do that a lot, huh? So then we blindfolded ourselves to prove that we don't need to. Like, that was always my thing, man. I'm always trying to do better or prove something. It's always kind of been what motivates me in a way. It's not healthy. Bro is not Seth Rollins. Yeah, he wears men's clothes. Seth's fashion is based. I will be fine if you sign and stop streaming. I will be like, I knew Jay before he was big. I hope I become big one day. And I don't mean, like, physically. I mean, like, immediately. Playniac gonna be a ghost if he signs. You'll never see me again. I'm dead serious. Because I've met people that used to stream. And I'm like, wait, you were a streamer? And then I go to their channels like, wait, you have, like, 25,000 followers? It's like, yeah, I used to stream. It's like, what happened? It's like, I signed. It's like, ooh, I see. And I'm like, why don't you just make an alternate Twitch account to still talk to your fans? And he's like, why would I do that? And I'm like, ooh. I guess he didn't like his fans either. Like his Twitch fans were my YouTube fans. I never cared for Ben 10. Really? This is pretty good. I'll be happy for you, but it'll be bittersweet. These streams mean a lot to me. Thank you. It's good. It's nice hearing that, because I often think, should I even bother streaming anymore? Like, I often think that. That crosses my mind very often. So that you're giving me a reason to stick around. How the hell do I get up there? I've been walking here for 15 hours. Oh, wait. Yo, what am I supposed to do for this level? Do you need a hint? Yes, please, Mousy. Please, please and thank you. Much appreciated. Give me that hint. Yeah, that's what I mean. College is way more high stakes than high school. Yeah, seriously. I wish they kind of did a bit more with that in Buffy. I have on Blu-ray, but I never watched it. But I have Dollhouse. Don't watch Dollhouse. I watched Dollhouse from start to finish. There are some cool ideas. Dollhouse is the biggest case of, like, wasted potential, in my opinion. Some really neat ideas, but the most effed up thing about Dollhouse is the plot. Because a friend of mine summarized it very well. You have to grab orange box with harpoon. Oh, I forgot I could do that. I have the Force. I forgot I have the Force. I always forget that she has that in this. Is there a story reason why she got that ability? Because she didn't have it in the first one. She just kind of wakes up. Because, like, again, one thing I love about BloodRayne, the second game starts and you have all your powers from the first one. Like, they don't take them away from you. They're just still there. What the?
So, like, I played my level 9 fire card, and
I played my level 9 fire card. Thank you for the hint, by the way. Satan's right behind me, isn't he? Playniac, you ever watch Veronica Mars? No, I have not. It's been highly recommended to me, though. And Marcus has been rapping since ... Well, Marcus's cousin is the one who got me into hip-hop music. Like, I even shouted him out on Instagram where it's like, dude, you know, you're the reason why I know how to rap well. But what I think is interesting is, like, again, my album, it's like, it's not rap. Like, it's not a hip-hop album, you know? It's ska, it's rock. It's oh no, I keep doing that. It's a bit of everything that, like, I've always liked. And you know, I didn't think it would do very well. Because, well, I mean, I'm sure I've spoken about it on stream before, but there's a few people that, like, they tried to help me with, like, the whole genre issue, but what they were telling me to do was very, like, you have to be more black, like, and it's like, what? That's so... What do you mean? Ska's a black genre, so's rock. What do you mean? I don't know. I feel like it's just... I'm just cursed. That's just forever gonna be a thing. Until I sign. No, I don't know. We'll see.
Looks like an entrance to Ray Ray's Meats. There's a truckload of idiots screwing around with an old garden.
Ray Ray's Meats? This is a Jamaican restaurant. What is the best Canadian show? Some would say Corner Gas. I know a lot of people who say that's their favorite one. It's pretty good. It's a good sitcom. I missed pretty much everybody. Let's try that again. Let's take it from the top, guys. Take it from the top, guys. There we go.
Somebody was gonna lose an eye.
Dan. That's how you know what I just did was cool. Remember Kenny versus Spenny? Of course. That's another Canadian classic. And those guys are, like, legitimately funny guys. If you've ever seen their, like, live stuff, they're hilarious. Like, they play very well off of each other. That was the show where these two guys would challenge each other to things, and, like, there'd be a loser at the end of the show. It was kind of like... kind of like Impractical Jokers. Veronica Mars is like if Buffy was a noir. Really? What's the show that Dark Angel? Is that good? I've heard things about that one. Different animation. That was cool. Never saw Dark Angel? Me neither. Oh, come on. You can't have him beating me up during the cutscene.
Watch your step.
Degrassi High from the 90s. Degrassi's weird. Because, like, early Degrassi is, like, after school special. And then, like, as it went on, it became, like, nobody understands me. Like, that's Degrassi. It's weird. Yeah, I've heard good things about Veronica Mars. I'll have to give it a shot. I think I got Dollhouse because Eliza Dushku was a secondary crush. I love Eliza Dushku. She's still up there for me. I like Eliza Dushku. More urban. Yeah, could you black it up a bit? It's funny because they're not studio people. These are just, like, other music writers who are telling me what to do. But it's like, so I don't friggin' listen to other musicians. That's not true, I do. But, like, I don't listen to other artists who are, like... You have to, if you're this color, you have to play this music. It's like, what? The first two songs on my album are Latin rock. What do you mean? I'm not Latino. Sorry. I think I would say Trailer Park Boys. Oh, that's another good one. Yeah, okay. Trailer Park Boys is also another really good one.
Oh, that's a while.
So what's a sitcom? What do you mean?
No way. They couldn't have gotten up that fast.
Situational comedy. That's a sitcom. You can't do that on television. Also memorable. Oh no, evil BloodRaynes. Can't tell if you're joking, but situational comedy. Yeah, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Friends, Seinfeld, Malcolm in the Middle. Oh, by the way, Cardi B asked this question: who had it worse, Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle or Chris from Everybody Hates Chris? I thought that was a legitimately smart question because I don't know. I can't decide. And there was like hot debate for that one, and it's like I love what one person said as a conclusion. It's like, look, at least Chris had his own bed. It's like, yeah, Malcolm had to share his bed with all of his brothers. See, but yeah, y'all don't remember how bad Malcolm had it. The one thing I'll give Chris over Malcolm, everybody hated him. Like, no matter where he went, the brother got jumped and all that stuff. But then Malcolm's mom would intentionally, and she admits this in the show, intentionally makes Malcolm's life miserable so that he can become the president of the United States, so that he can make their lives easier, not his own. When Malcolm is given the opportunity to go straight into a $1 million paying job, his mother prevents him from accepting said job. It's like, Chris's mom would never do that. Chris's mom isn't a sadist. Like, she's kind of, like, angry, but she's not sadistic, and she's not, like, that manipulative. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know who has it worse. It's an interesting conversation. It's an interesting conversation. Oh my god. I'm not trying to jump on them. I'm literally trying to harpoon them. Get up, 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 get up. Is he dead? Get up. Oh, I own Dark Angel on DVD, never watched it. It's funny how that can happen sometimes. Degrassi's weird. They're gonna revoke your citizenship for that. I never said it was bad. It's just weird. Like, if you watch it as a singular series, like from start to finish, the tone shifts, like, insanely. Because the first season isn't a show that you're supposed to make into a franchise. Like, as I said, it's just an after-school special that they turned into, like, a legitimate drama. And it's, like, kind of funny. Like, what? This is the same show? Fine, let's do this.
Yeah, kind of stinks, huh?
If I... Yo, what?
You impressed? I sure am.
This is not what I want to be doing.
Here's one. And if we were turned,
This is what you people are good at, Chris. Chris, I think Chris, true on that one, fair. I just remember thinking he had to leave home and get his own place. Yeah, so did Malcolm. Like, that's the thing. Most people who say Chris haven't watched Malcolm in the Middle. And if you watch both, you'll see that, like, both of them had it terribly. That's why it's hard to come to a decision. It's like... anyway, it's 5 a.m. and I'm helping my brother with a lot of heavy lifting today, so I really gotta get that power nap. Go ahead. Be nice. Have fun. Bye, everyone. Yeah, take care, Saints. Well, good having you here. If Rain can stop time, I don't know how Buffy is beating that. That's what I'm saying. Rain has, like, time powers. I'm gonna think of it. Buffy... Can Buffy even take Illyria from Angel Season 5? No. She does get, like, depowered, though. Illyria?
There's more here if you want some. God, I'm horrible.
Bullets do nothing. Turn. I'm beginning to think I'm not supposed to just kill them, Scoob.
You gotta make a withdrawal from the blood bank.
Oh my gosh. I rewatched The Truman Show today. Maybe the best aged film of all time. Literally every decade since it's come out has been more important. Yeah, true. My favorite Jimbo movie.
Oh,
My
that's a
favorite
wash.
Jimbo
Looks like
film.
I missed all the
Jim
action.
Carrey. Kind of wish Illyria was a big bad for
Not that
Buffy.
fast.
I like that Illyria is an Angel exclusive character because
And it was
if Illyria wasn't Buffy,
I shouldn't.
she would just be a villain. Buffy doesn't tend to do much nuanced things with its like higher powered beings. Like Anya comes the closest, that I'm not a really big fan of Anya. Where's that person who gave me the hints earlier? Oh my gosh.
Kiss the ground, lady.
You not being a big fan of Bonnie is interesting. Yeah, because she's just comedic relief. The few times she... And also, like, her most of her dialogue is, I like money. And it's like, you really, like, dropped the ball with this character. And that she contributes very little to the actual plots. And anytime she's on screen, it brings Xander's plots to a screeching halt. So it's like, yeah, I never cared for Anya. And, like, I also just don't find her funny. Where do I go? Dodge. What am I supposed to do?
Damn, I'm a couple of quarts low.
Am I supposed to turn that? Do people read Anya as neurodivergent? Yeah, some people do. That doesn't suddenly make her more interesting.
Well, that's a while.
No spoilers,
Like I
please.
missed
I'm
all the
afraid
action.
I'm at the end of season 5 or in the middle of. How do you like Glory? And I'm gonna finish Angel. Only seen her in one episode, but she's iconic. I love crazy women. You're not a big fan of Anya, interesting. She got flanderized so bad. Yeah, she is. She's so unhinged, playful, comedic, demented, and larger-than-life personality. Her exchanges with Buffy, her exchanges with Willow coming up. I liked Anya in the beginning, but as time goes on, she becomes kind of just mean. And they use not being able to read social cues as a joke, which is cringe coming from someone autistic. Yeah, it doesn't work. But I love the show. No hate. It was the aughts, I guess. I get it. Do people read Anya's neurodivergent? Some do. Okay, I'm heading out. Enjoy the rest of your stream, Jake. Take care, Phoenix. I don't know. I kind of think they might have been going for that, but to me, it felt more like she was comedic relief than taking it seriously. I like that even though Anya's comedic relief, she actually has useful knowledge, being an ex-demon. Yeah, but the amount of time she actually gives that knowledge is so few and far between. Like, legit, I can count on one hand the times Anya offers useful information. Like, so often she gives the information, and then they deal with, they do what Anya says, and then it fails. So it's like, what was the friggin' point then? Like, it succeeds maybe 5 times over the course of the friggin' 5 seasons she's in. Okay, I have no idea what to do here. How are you, Danny? I love that the comments, for this video are all saying thank you. I had no idea what to do here. Like this specific area. The person playing this level is also struggling. Like their health is getting like incredibly low. It's weird, like... Oh, got it. Okay. So I have to kill everybody. The popcorn LMAO, best way is to try till you win. I'd have to rewatch for more info on Anya. She's instrumental in learning more about the Ascension in Season 2, and dealing with Glory in Season 5. My issue with her is that she seems like Joss Whedon's wish fulfillment, since I consider Xander a self-insert, someone he can educate and talk down to. Oh. Interesting perspective. Wait a minute, BloodRayne has some good music, it does. I low-key kind of agree. I like Xander, but he can be weird sometimes for sure, and Joss is the king of being a flarking weirdo. I never even thought about that.
And it was a surprise party. You guys shouldn't. You impressed? I sure am.
Why are you not locking on? I just have to kill everybody.
Why did you come down here?
I should have known. It's a Janiac game.
Want to, but too much.
Sam deserves rights too, though. Unlike Joss, weird.
Rain, don't go. You know a trap when you see one, right? Her men are hiding on the rooftops.
Nothing doing, Severin. I can take them all. I've never seen Dampier like this. I want to add her to my collection.
Xander actually did grow. Yeah, he does. And then Season 6 happens. Because, as the writers admitted, we don't know what to do with this character. Dang it, I need to finish the freaking show. Dude, yeah, hurry up. Bro. You're the reason I'm not playing Chaos Bleeds.
Rain is not.
He was doing way too much with Buffy, then he became an actual good friend that had no more resentment for her. Not banging him. I have so many movies on the back burner. Shows are more of a commitment. I agree, but I really want to be able to engage more in Buffy talk. Shows are a commitment. They are. They really are. 100% they are.
Still hiding behind your chumps?
What can I say? They're very loyal, my boys. There's so many of them.
Keep her from the Kestrel!
My God, that's horrible.
Jeez.
Feeding time.
I have no health now. Wait, you're the reason we aren't watching Chaos Bleed gameplay, Austin? I'm so conflicted. The new Blade video game better be this good, but I doubt it. Is there a Blade game coming
That's a
out?
wash. Looks like I missed
Oh,
all the
sorry.
action.
No way. They couldn't have gotten up that.
Oh my god, I have to do this all over again.
And it was a surprise party. You guys shouldn't have.
What? No!
What else you got?
Rain, don't go. You know a trap when you see one, right? Her men are hiding in the rooftops.
Nothing doing, Severin. I can take them all.
There is a Blade game coming out. They showed a teaser. Yep, in France, Danny has their finger on the pulse. Killing French vampires.
You come get me.
Okay, so I have to stay like far away from this vampire lady. Mostly the trailer was played on a Barbara and a lot of crosses. One of them, hey, let's not show you what the game's gonna be like. Trailers. I remember the one for Ninja Turtles.
Rain, it's not worth it.
The Last Ronin. We still don't know what kind of game that's gonna be.
Still hiding behind your chumps?
What can I say? They're very
Bro,
loyal, my
really?
boys. And there's so many of them.
Keep her from the Kestrel!
Okay, now we're into the light.
How you doing, honey?
Oh my god. I can only take 2 hits from her, or I'm dead. Oh shoot, he's... Of course he has a baseball bat. That's not what I meant to do.
Damn, I'm a couple of quarts low.
Do bullets even do anything in this game?
Oops, that for me. Gotta go now, pretty. But we deal with you later, okay?
Get back here, you coward. I'm not finished with you yet.
Let it go, Rain.
Those Kestrels are the ones running the show.
Then you're bound to see them again. We've got a situation on the streets. Police have arrived and they're getting massacred. Goons are shutting down operations here and moving out.
Oops. Yo, what's up, Lady Soja? How are you? I'm still waiting for the last Ronin game. What kind of game do you think it'll be? Whenever I hear the term Vamps, I think of the band, the Vamps. Hydrate. Thank you, Lady Soja. I love them so much. I'll try and start it earlier, but I've been watching all of the John Green adaptations in preparation for the next one coming in the second. After that, I can absolutely commit to Buffy, okay? But like I said, I'll try to before then. Alright, hang on. What's up, y'all? How are you? The only other stuff I want to watch isn't available for digital yet, and it's my boyfriend recommendation, and that's Babe, but they're all, like, from the 90s, so they can wait. Buffy's from the 90s. I'm vibing. How are you? Pretty good.
There's more here if you want some.
If so, it's gonna be either DMC or free roam with more stealth and ninja style like Ninja Gaiden and Dark Knight Returns from Frank Miller. Dude, that actually sounds sick. Like a Ninja Gaiden-esque Ninja Turtles would make a lot of sense. See, because I'm worried they're going to make it like Dark Souls, which does not suit Ninja Turtles at all. But it's the popular gameplay today, you know? Yeah, I've been watching Buffy on and off for like 2 years. I'm waiting for Janiac to watch Charmed. That's another very highly recommended show. Yeah, a lot of people want me to watch Charmed. A lot. I don't watch full Buffy episodes for 10 years. How old are you? I'm really bad at watching shows, lol, basically, especially if they have more than 3 seasons. Fair. But y'all are giving me the bug to wanna. Fair, look, as you said, shows are a commitment. Like, I completely understand. That's why I often recommend movies, because it's like one and done. You know, in most cases. Stop giving me enemies that hold weapons. Oops. Charmed is kind of camp, but I like it. Who thinks we should just make Janiac watch these shows? Well, first you guys have to watch Beetlejuice. Like, you're not allowed to be part of the Canadian stream and not watch Beetlejuice. Lady Soja, you're about to get your passport revoked if you... Have you seen the movie Beetlejuice, Lady Soja? Because it was always on in Canadian television. It was one of those shows that was just always on. Now I'm really excited a Last Ronin Ninja Gaiden game. That'd be cool. Hold them down. I'll load up at least once, but not in a way that my brain remembers. But you've seen it. Because it's one of those shows that has just... network television in Canada just loved that show. Joke's on you. I already saw The Ghost. Went crazy. Oh, yeah? Holding, what's he watching for us? First... Hold him down, I'll load up Netflix. What's like an easy watch? Talk to Me. 2022. That movie's really good.
Is there no end to her cruelty?
Most know as Beetlejuice. I actually have no clue what's on Canadian Netflix. True. Never been so thankful to be American. Oh, this man needs to finish Sex Education. Yeah, that's true. I actually... that is a show that is long overdue for me to finish watching. I agree with that. Love that show so much. It's only 4 seasons, right? I finished season 1. We'll start with Veronica Mars. It's shorter. Okay. How long is it? It's on the list because I love how much you love it. Talk to me. I mean, yeah. You'll see. It's fun. Well, it's very unique. Whoops. Oh shoot. I hate that I keep screwing up the triangle button. It's my fault too. The game's not the problem. It's me. There we go. Veronica Mars has 3 seasons. We don't talk about season 4? Really? So just skip season 4 then. Alright.
BloodRayne, they're headed down the street to the crosstown tunnel.
That's it. Let's go. Pack it up and roll out. We've got to get crossed down. Move it out. Get to the station.
It's nice of him not to shoot me there.
And then it dawned on him. I'm getting my ass kicked here.
It's sad that I never understood sex education as a kid. Good thing I don't need to watch it then. No, wait. There's a show called Sex Education.
You again.
Bored you is crazy. Wow. What do you mean? Sex Education bored me. Austin, you probably forgot the time I said to Sour Media, Sour Love. You should make a YouTube channel and call it Sour Media. Wow. Oh, but that explosion does nothing to her, of course. Yeah, well, okay, alright. That was unfair. But I said to Sour Media, yeah. Said to Sour, why do you like garbage? Why do you just have terrible takes? I once said that on stream. So, sex education board Sour? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh my gosh. It's not fair.
Damn, I'm a couple of quarts low.
This is so unfair. Get up. This is so unfair. Why do you like garbage, bro? Stop negging me. Yeah, I remember. Hollywood is in general awful. With activist characters. LMAO. Okay, wait, hang on. I've heard negative reviews on that show, but never boring. Yeah, you sure? Season 3 of Veronica Mars does have issues, mainly how they portray activists and Veronica's relationship with other traditionally feminine characters. Hollywood is in general awful with activist characters. Yeah, I remember. I was entertained at first. After a while, it got boring. Like Falcon and the Winter Soldier with the flag smashers, bro. Oh, that was awful. It shows how out of touch these people are. LOL. The characters in Sex Education are so lackluster to me. They feel like real people, and real people aren't cartoons. Because a cartoon character you can write to have defining character traits that this is who this person is. But when you're writing something to be realistic, you can't do that. And that's why I actually really like Sex Education, because they're not stereotypes. I have a healthy garbage and Kino intake. Nice balance. That's funny. Gotta be bait. No way. Didn't like the lead. Didn't like Eric or his love interest. Same for the popular kids. It hurts listening to you. I want you to know that. How are you still alive?
Should have been a rocket.
So unfair. How is that an instant kill? Oh my gosh. I have health and I don't have health. Oh. That explosion does nothing to her.
Slow. Okay, now to the left.
Jump. This is impossible. It hurts listening to you, says the Alien Force lover and Gwen Tennyson hater. Oh no, you agree with everyone about this children's cartoon. Oh, you sure got me. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I strongly disagree. I actually relate to them, which is rare for Netflix. It's an interesting thing to type out and genuinely, honestly believe. Interesting to say the least. That insta-kill was karma. You're funny. I don't even know what those words mean, but I know those opinions are way more valid than the Sex Education ones. What's bait? Calling the characters lackluster? The problem is there's a shooter. There's an active shooter on top of the truck. So I have to blow up the truck, which leaves me open. Okay, good. Alright, that's one down. Jump! Whoops. I forgot how to play the game.
And I'm gonna keep kicking you till you're dead.
get out of there. Come on. Whew. Bloodstream gun mode acquired. Okay.
Severin. Okay, I get it. The bad guys are rounding up street people like sheep. Like these Kestrel Dampier.
Please tell me what's so great about sex education. State your case. Writing that doesn't spoon-feed the viewers, flawed characters that aren't flat-out villains, representation, a queer character with a nuanced outlook on religion, and his family, genuinely funny dialogue. Good call on the religion. That was very shocking when I watched that show. It's like, oh my gosh, the Christians aren't evil? Heartfelt moments, great performances. I can go on. That show clears. It does. It does. It's okay. It's okay, Cyrus. Stick to your cartoons and your kids' media while us grown-ups over here enjoy. No, I'm playing. The only thing I can say is no one expected the Spanish Inquisition. Danny has a dialogue quota. You haven't met your line. You have to say more lines, Danny. I miss you. Good to have you here, buddy. Again, gotta say, I love this game. Like, it's just fun. Remember fun? Remember what fun is? Even the lighting here is kind of neat, where it's silhouetted.
Maybe you got
This game better not make me fight two of them at the same time.
True. We very loud tonight. Don't care. World needs to be scared. We're taking over. We're coming out.
Okay. Until sunrise anyway, right?
Oh, you see, we like a big bang. Like a big surprise. True.
Remember when we die a lot in Heavenly Blade, but then we won the battle because it was fun? Yeah, Heavenly Sword. Never forget.
Yeah, sorry ladies. I'm hanging on to my
That was a fun game. The boss just decided to be incredibly difficult though. Good times. Yep, never forget. That seems to be a trend on my streams. The last boss is ridiculously difficult for no reason. The rest of the game's fine. And they get to the last boss and it's like, why? Nani? Is she? Oh my gosh, she's a boss. This guy has a guitar as a weapon. ending was hell more than Get Out of Hell. I love the zoom. Never forget the Saints Row 2 ending streak. Oh, where I lost my mind. I aged. What was it? I aged 5 years that day. In that one sitting. What the hell? Are you joking? Yeah, bullets don't do anything to her. Oh my gosh. I'm pressing triangle. Nice zoom game. This is so unfair. Good thing with these vampires are not sucking the fun out of the game. I know. This specific boss is weird because she's glitched.
And then it dawned on him. I'm getting my ass kicked here.
Those are great elements, but the show as a whole didn't deliver for me. I've seen all of these character archetypes perform better by more charismatic leads in different mediums. Didn't care for Eric, that's a more personal gripe. The costume design was hideous to me and uninspired. Sometimes the humor did... What do you expect them to wear for costume design? Are you a Euphoria fan? Sometimes the humor did deliver with the scenarios they found themselves in. I still need to understand why modern media says vampire with a Y? Vampire. It's to make it sound old and fancy. No. Duke Nukem. Insert Duke Nukem. Dang, that's a lot of words. Da-da-da-da-da. Too bad I'm not reading them. Too bad I'm not reading them. I'm not a Euphoria fan. I know, I was just making a joke. I agree with Austin. No. This is such a weird boss fight.
How much more you think you can take?
Can we have more enemies spawn, please? There we go. No, to be honest, it's fine. Nothing can be for everyone, but I just can't agree. Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, you can all like different things. I actually had a long, I prefer everything now on Netflix. Uh-oh. I actually had a long discussion with someone about why we disliked the show in DMs when it was fresh on our mind. Was that person also a Ben 10 fan? She moves too fast. Oh. Person doesn't even watch cartoons, I believe. I see. What do they think is a good show? So unfair. I don't know if I'm going to make it for this one. Also, I don't know if you finished the show or not, but I'm assuming not, which makes a difference because there are entirely new main characters introduced in like season 3. Maybe you did though. I saw enough. Ah, of course, interesting. What was the cutoff point? Did you at least finish season 1? There's not that many episodes. It's British television.
God, I'm horrible. Nice try, Kestrel, but it's the end of the line. Now, where's the other one?
Finish roundup. Meet shepherds at club.
I watched 2 seasons of it. Okay, I think that's more than enough. You watched half the show.
Come on, Lostrum. Still got work to do. Finish pretty after.
Reading it out from the synopsis sounds like the opposite of everything I like about 6 Ed. I'll have to watch it, but reading the details, it seems a lot more straightforward and obvious, and that's just me inferring. People don't like subtlety anymore, Austin. They think it's boring if things aren't spelt out for them. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. I've never seen everything now. Huh. What's the thing I just unlocked? What wasn't straightforward about sex education? Yeah, I'm judging unfairly, but I immediately get that vibe. I comprehended everything I comprehended everything I watched. Uh-oh.
Feeding time.
Oh my gosh. They should have made a BloodRayne Buffy a crossover. Like, I genuinely think Rain would fit in Buffy pretty well. The vampires follow similar rules. I guess the only difference is they use guns in this. Guns are almost non-apparent in Buffy. They're everywhere in Angel, though. Oops.
There's more here if you want some.
BloodRayne, Buffy, Angel, Starlet. In my Starlet series, she doesn't fight vampires. She fights demons. And like mythological beings. There's Gorgons. They turn into stone when sunlight happens. That's the closest we come to vampires. I didn't want to put vampires in it. So I have to explain, like, so you're a human, but then you turned in... Like, there's so many vampire rules, I just wanted to work with stuff that the rules aren't quite set in stone. Starlight Mercy Sparks, yeah. And Mercy Sparks exclusively fights angels. Ah, jeez.
She took out a kestrel. What? Only the masters could.
That's what you call an urban myth.
Woo. In front, behind, wait. I have to hit triangle twice.
Damn, I'm a couple of quarts low.
What do you think of Titans on HBO Max? Wasted potential. I drop out because I didn't have much interest. I like some elements, but it's too edgy. I'm tired of edgy superhero media, so tired of it. It's wasted potential. Titans especially. It's like, oh. I feel like anytime someone gets their hands on Teen Titans, like ever since the like 2000 whatever cartoon, they're always trying so desperately to deviate from that. And you'd think that the deviation would be follow the source material, but it never is. 2007? Was that actually 2007? No freaking way. I thought it was earlier than that. Is it 2005? But yeah, the anime-esque Teen Titans. Ever since that show, everyone tries to... 2003, that's what I thought. What the hell are you talking about? I remember 2007. What do y'all think of Never Have I Ever on Netflix? I've never seen that. I don't watch a lot of Netflix television,
Don't let her get
I
into
will
the
say.
goddamn ventilation system.
Love it, cute show. Whoops. Netflix shows are way better than their movies, but yeah. These sound effects. That explains the sex education love. If you tell me you don't like Never Have I Ever, you're banned. I mean, we all have opinions. Typo. I don't like Never Have I Ever.
These are kind of shaky. Hey, you kids, be careful up here. You're gonna catch your deaths.
Oh, the guitar actually makes a guitar sound. It's kind of cool. Like when they hit you with it, bro. Has no media literacy. You're just realizing this, bro. I already knew this. Aren't you, Sour? Aren't you the same one who once said, if a police officer is portrayed positively in any series, then it's propaganda and therefore bad? Wasn't that you who said that? It's nice that they showed the fall animation. I don't know. Oh! I fell? I shouldn't have drank the blood. No way. The game glitched. Oh. It's also interesting that, like, what is her outfit made of? So how did you two gain media literacy? What are your credentials? We've watched a lot of media having good opinions. Well, the thing is, when it's like the critic brain, where it's like you'll have a hard time being a legitimately good critic until you've watched a lot of media. Have you watched media as far back as like 1930? Like, it goes back to my whole thing of like, yeah, you know, like you read old like American literature and you realize like, oh, a lot of these stories have already been done. But like, if you don't even spot that, then it's like you're coming from a very what's the word? I want to say knavish perspective. Yeah, me too, Janiac. Have you? I feel like a lot of things you've watched are from the same time, and it's written by people with the same perspective. It feels to me. I could be wrong. I too have watched a lot of media. No. It wasn't just a lot of media. There was more to that sentence. The sentence didn't end there. I knew it was gonna switch to cutscene. Yeah, also watch hundreds of movies. It's not so much just the hundreds of movies. It's like, have you watched a lot of foreign films? Have you watched a lot of older films? Have you watched a lot of, like, controversial films from the past? Like, stuff like that. I've watched older movies, too. Like, what? Are they just the classics? Are they niche? As I said, are they foreign? Have you watched Citizen Kane? Just out of curiosity, I'd like to know. If so, what's your take on it? I watch foreign films as well, but not old foreign films. What's your favorite foreign film? I'm not saying I have the best opinions, but literally, even people who have criticized sex education, nobody I know has said the characters are lackluster. That's just crazy to me. I've seen too much. I fly too high to the sun. I feel special. I've done all those things. No, I'm just using an example. Like, because the thing is, once you've watched enough media, you notice when things are unique. And you notice when things are just carbon copies. Or not. So old movies I've seen were Strangers on a Train. Okay. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. That's from the 50s. That's a good one. That starred, what's her name? That broad, The Sound of Music. That's a classic.
Off now, but you'll get yours soon, pretty.
Was it Marilyn Monroe? Yeah. I've watched a lot of movies from the 30s this year, not even trying to sound cool or whatever. I just have. You'll notice the way things are even shot in the 30s are very different. What's her name? Sir, you mean Marilyn Monroe? Yeah, what's that broad's name? I've always been more of a Mae West fan, so I'm a little biased. Marilyn's a fine actress, but Mae West and like Audrey Hepburn and there's a few other ladies from that time period that I feel did not get that, or at least leading ladies that did not get the praise that they deserved because they weren't just sex objects in their films. And they weren't competing for a guy's affection in their films and stuff like that. As far back as the 40s and 50s, y'all. It happened one night. I'm addicted to that movie, The Blueprint, for a lot of rom-coms. Yep. Uh-oh. Whoops. I love the way it's shot ahead of its time. Oh, what I was going to say is, a lot of movies from the 30s and onward, you'll notice, are shot almost as though they're a stage play. Like, even the way characters will stand in front of the camera and stuff like that. Something we don't do anymore. Now it's like all about shot, reverse shot. And I mean, they both serve their purpose. But it is interesting going back to older films because there was like an agreed upon, like a almost an unspoken rule. Where today, it's like you're given a lot more freedom with how you film certain scenes, which is both good and bad. It's good because it opens itself up to creativity. It's bad because no one tries. Like, a lot of people don't try. Pre-Brando, yeah. Also, the acting is more stage-like. It is. It's very big, I'd say. Almost melodramatic.
That's gonna be fun.
The way he looks as a Brazilian film. What'd you think of it? Uh-oh.
Kiss the ground, lady. Got grease on your wheels.
Emily was also a good foreign film. Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust is great, but it is animated. Animated is still cool. I plan on watching Seven Samurai soon. That one's pretty good. Which is why I haven't sunk my teeth into it. Absolutely. Finally, they've said a W. Maybe you're just the 10th Doctor, Sour. Maybe that's all we're experiencing here. The battery's low. The cook, the thief, his wife, his lover was phenomenal. I see. Hang on. No, oh no! I slipped and I pushed the start button. Recently watched The Virgin Suicides by Sofia Coppola. I really wish I loved that movie more. Sofia is one of my favorite directors, and it's her first, but it is not great. It's rare that a director's debut is all that. It's rare. It happens, but it's rare. Like, I think, weird as this may sound, more so because he doesn't direct, he doesn't direct quality film, quote unquote, today, but his first outing was pretty interesting. What's his name? Justin Lin, the guy who now directs Fast and Furious movies, pretty much. His first movie, Better Luck Tomorrow, I actually really like that movie. It's weird, but I really dig how just out there it is. And, like, when you compare it to everything else he makes, it's like, oh, huh. This is how you started? What happened, man? Going through my DMs to see if I can find this discussion on sex education, endless scrolling. Why do you feel the need to prove a point? The only conclusion that's going to come to is your friend agrees with you. You've already stated that. Why go through the DMs, man? Why are you like this? It's not going to somehow unearth some new evidence. It's like, it's okay, you disagree, it's okay. It's okay, man. We get it. Interesting, I'll put it on the list. Better Luck Tomorrow? It's okay. Yeah, it's a weird film, and I don't mean weird in like, man, it's an acid trip. I don't mean that. It's just, it's one of those movies that like doesn't follow basic storytelling Kind of like Dope. You remember Dope with Shamik Moore? Where like Dope will set up plot points and not deliver them. Agent 47 grew some hair. I don't want to prove a point. I want to see the discussion. Oh, okay. Remember what exactly irked me. Yeah, one of my favorite shows in a while. I'm not going to come around to hate to the hate. Yo, what's up, Arson? How are you? It's a really good endorsement. I love Dope. Yeah, Dope, it sets up things and then doesn't, it will ignore them. And I kind of, it kind of surprised me because then it's like, I don't know which plot elements they do follow, and then the ones they do, it's like, oh. It never comes around the way you expect it to. But Better Luck Tomorrow is very similar to that. Like, very similar to Dope. Whoa, physics. You see that?
Here's one. Fucking blood scared.
Austin, are you an MCU fan? Not anymore. Too much. I need a break. I never was. Oh, wow. We got a hipster here, everybody. You're so cool. You're so cool. We're just different, exactly. This game looks like it would be a pain to play on a CRT. I will say, I'm loving this game, dude. Arson, I've wanted to stop streaming for a while, but I'm still going because I really dig this game. Just like the first one, where like it shockingly it's just a good game, like through and through. Physics. So how was Blood Money? The controls were terrible. I couldn't do it. And then I was informed, no, you're supposed to play the game on PC for the good controls. And I'm like... Arson, the controls were awful. In order to aim, you have to hold L3, right? But then you also have to move your body, which is L3, the stick. So you're holding in L3 while you're moving. And there were so many times, I swear to you, I was aiming, like I was trying to aim, and I'm holding L3 and nothing's happening. And then I let go, everything's fine. But then I hold L3, because L3 is to throw. It's not to shoot, but it's to throw. And you can throw anything, which is kind of cool. But, I held L3, and he just threw the object. And I'm like, no! When you hold it, he's supposed to aim it. But, like, it didn't register as an aim. It registered as a throw. And if you move while trying to aim, you'll also throw. Like, it's just like... I can't. There were other problems, too. Visually, it was pretty gross. I generally really want to know why. Not even being bad faith, I'm not a big MCU fan either, but never watched it, but never got into it. Only gripping characters at Marvel are Spider-Man, X-Men played. Deadly don't care for or about any of the other characters. Woof, I know. Really? You don't care about, Wolverine? Wolverine's pretty cool. Unless you count him in X-Men. I love the X-Men. Spider-Man's cool. Cap's cool. Hulk's cool. Iron Man's cool. To be fair, they said X-Men. I count him in X-Men. Okay. That's fair. You count him in X-Men. Magneto's my favorite villain of all time. Like, I think he is Marvel's best villain. And then maybe Doctor Doom. Yeah, that's fair. I don't agree, but I actually can't understand that. Yeah, if you're not into the characters, I can see why you wouldn't get invested. Did you like the MCU's version of Spider-Man? As a Spider-Man fan. Did you enjoy it or did you not like it? What's your take? I always like to ask Spider-Man fans that. Who's your favorite Spider-Man in the movies? Bless you. Thank you, Arson. I prefer Toby. I hear you. I mean, I agree the characters you listed are great, but there are so many good Marvel characters. Yeah, seriously. You already know I agree. I really like Marvel. Daredevil's really cool. You're not a Daredevil fan? Daredevil's awesome. Spider-Man should be poor. Peter having rich Uncle Tony and flying across the country and just in general not facing a lot of socioeconomic problems bugged me. Nah, I'll do you one better. Spider-Man's villains should be Spider-Man's villains. How come in the MCU all the villains hate Iron Man? And then guess what? In the third movie, when finally Iron Man's dead, it's okay. Spider-Man's gonna finally have his own villains. Nah, he'll take villains from the other Spider-Man movies? It's like, bro, what? I don't know, from what I saw in the movies, Peter didn't struggle enough or get to innovate on his own. He encapsulates the class struggle, but everywhere you turn, his financial woes are being waved away, which is an essential and relatable aspect of his character. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I remember having, like, some guy got really mad when I said, it's like, I don't think Tom Holland's Peter is poor at all. Like, I don't. And then he asked why, and he was like, I said, when he loses his bag, right? Like, his bag gets stolen from him. Aunt May's response is, don't worry, I'll just buy you another one. And it's like, that's not the response you want for Spider-Man. That's not really portraying a sort of struggle. Aunt May literally saying, I'll buy you another